Tucked behind a veil of greenery, this home doesn't immediately announce itself. In fact, the entrance is almost hidden. Here, architect Martin Hager has crafted a sanctuary for his family. A home that embraces the jungle not just visually but experientially, where nature sips in through frameless glass doors. The home feels intimate and cradled by the forest, as if nature had quietly claimed it. Before we begin, a friendly reminder to subscribe to us now and stay in the loop of more design and architecture related contents.
Actually, we've lived in Bukit Antara Bangsa for the last 30 years, and I discovered this about 15 years ago. It was essentially all jungle, very overgrown. No one would even know that there was a site here. The first kind of impression when I saw this place was we're living in the jungle, and yet we're literally 10 minutes from town. So the idea for me was to create a place which gives us ultimate privacy. So if you look at the orientation of the two houses, even though we literally have a neighbor right next door, we're not even aware of their presence. Yeah, so most people would not be aware, but there are two separate bungalows on the same site. So the idea, as we were building this, our kids were 16, 18, so almost getting ready to leave home. So we thought there was no point in building a single huge house. So we built would be eventually for both of them. So one house for each daughter. And yeah, then we started thinking about, shall we name them after them? Their names are Ji Xian and Ji Ye, which Ji Xian means calm after the rain, and Ji Ye means happy after the rain. So it's kind of appropriate for the feeling that we've created here. As I started to place these pavilion elements, and the whole idea is drawing people into so you bring people into the house. Here I'm bringing people in, this is the pond, into the kitchen, but directly lead them through to the poolside. You wouldn't imagine that you're going to create a site which is this shape. Of course, and yet it actually really benefits the property at the end of the day. All of the landscape, everything that you see here in terms of landscape is actually by my wife. She's an artist and very much enjoys gardening and landscaping. And it's taken on really a life of its own. I mean, these plants here come into full bloom in bright yellow blossom about twice a month. And it's absolutely amazing.
Step past the greenery and you're welcomed not by a grand foyer, but a sense of calm restraint. To the right, a series of stone slabs float across a koi pond, leading you not just to the dining area, but into a different rhythm altogether. It's a transition from the outside world to something softer, more deliberate. So once you come
Welcome.
in, wow, an indoor water feature with huge kois.
This is also very much part of the kind of transition from indoor to outdoor. And your first impression, I think, for me, if you like biophilic elements, the idea of using a natural pond and those stepping stones which go across the pond. We actually bought an entire block of granite and had it split cut. So basically what they do is they create a split line and then just hammer it naturally and it just falls into a natural cut. I love going to the waterfall, going to the jungle and jumping across the stones. So that kind of led to the idea of kind of stepping stones across the water.
The living room feels warm and inviting, brought to life with bursts of colors from painting by Martin's wife, Pei.
I think the area where I would probably be weakest is in terms of the interior. And I think that's where Pei has really added her style in terms of both her artwork. I mean, everywhere around you see is all her original artwork and little installations that she's done. And as I say, bringing the kind of landscape outside to inside. So I think that has really kind of brought a sense of warmth into the house that was not there previously.
Every common space in this home is drawn towards the pool and the surrounding nature. Just beyond the edge of the pool, the home opens up to something unexpected. A stretch of sand, a personal beach. A level below, this man-made shore becomes a gathering space for bonfires, barbecues, and barefoot evenings under the stars.
I think the idea of having the pool at the center is, I mean, any body of water, I think, brings a sense of relaxation. We have the overflowing edge so that you can hear the sound of water flowing. And I have a little bit of a love for beachside and waterside. And because of that, I wanted to build a beach in the garden, which was, of course, not the rest of my family's ideal wish, but anyway, we did it. I always love the feeling of sitting on a beach, playing guitar with a bonfire. In fact, the original topography of the land, if you sort of took a diagonal line across the beach, it actually stepped down about 10, 12 meters. So we actually had to import quite a huge amount of earth to sort of make it level. Of course, we had to put in irrigation channels underneath so that it would drain the water, etc. And of course, this fella, who's now run away, is the biggest cat litter in KL. For the staircase, if I could, I would have designed it with no handrails, but of course, we have to have a certain degree of safety. The language of using galvanized steel, very natural materials, so that essentially it makes it able to integrate with nature or to blend with the nature more seamlessly. So this upper level terrace, my original design idea was that this would be completely open. So I had no glazing at all here. The whole idea was you're out on this balcony terrace, and if you see on the bedrooms, you all step up into the bedroom. It was designed such that this can get wet. But the reality of it, we're using a honed granite floor, and it does get a little bit slippery underfoot. So practically speaking, we thought, okay, let's put in the sliding folding and give us that. We still have the option of having open or closed. I mean, this is, I would say, is ambitious to do it in such a large scale of frameless sliding folding, but proves that it can be done.
Yep.
And this is more than 10 years old, so it lasts the test of time. The whole idea was, this is exactly what I envisaged, is that your indoors is outdoors. You basically feel always connected with the forest. So this is the master bedroom. This is where we have these floating roofs, which effectively create a clear story light. But practically speaking, at night, of course, we want full blackout. So we put these horizontal blinds as well as the vertical blinds so that we can completely open up the space during the daytime and create quite an insulated, dark environment at night. In a tropical climate, if you're trying to put in guttering and dealing with very torrential rainfall, so part of the idea of these large overhanging roofs is that we literally don't have gutters on these roofs. They just shed the water naturally as a sort of rain curtain that comes down in the gardens behind. So I guess designed to cater to those kind of tropical conditions.
A unique aspect of the master bedroom is the pitch roof, creating a double volume impression. Here, morning begins in the quiet. It's a room designed not just to rest, but to reconnect. The master bathroom offers a moment of indulgence, with a bathtub that faces the forest directly. Folding glass doors open to the greenery, turning a simple bath into an immersive escape, where the sounds of birdsong and rustling leaves become part of the experience.
Of course, I've always wanted to have an outdoor jacuzzi, and I actually designed one right here by the pool, but didn't get full support from the family. So my next best solution was to put our jacuzzi in our master bedroom, but also to allow us to literally open up at night and sort of have the feeling of being outdoors.
Along the same floor, the daughters' bedrooms are designed to feel open, breathable, and connected to nature.
The idea is that every room, in order to encourage cross-ventilation, you need to have openings ideally on both sides. So if you notice in both of the kids' rooms upstairs, they have sliding doors on both sides so you can get a cross-ventilation, cross-breeze through the space.
In one of the rooms, a loft bed tucks neatly above, creating a cozy nook. These are spaces that aren't just functional. They're designed to encourage independence, imagination, and a lifelong connection to the environment. On the top floor is where Pei's art studio, which feels like a world of its own, yet still connected to the rest of the home. Surrounded by soft light and nature, it's a space designed for creative expression.
I had an idea that the top floor would be my kind of entertainment space. I'd have all my friends around and we all be up on the top floor. And Pei said, no, that's going to be my art studio. So that plan went out the window. But actually what it has given is Pei spends literally every day and every night here. Now she's taken over the guest bedroom and turned it into a pottery room. I'm not sure which room she's going to take over next. I think the thing that has really evolved over the years, my wife she's an artist, but she's also very passionate about landscaping and gardening, and she basically has transformed the place. If you look around all of, both internally and externally, wherever there's an opportunity, she's growing something. I think the main thing is, we wanted a place where we completely escape from the city, completely escape from kind of reality, if you like. I mean, we're very fortunate that we've got a lot of open space behind. We have a small, a mini farm. This is all Pei's domain. Mm-hmm. She's, as I said, she's an avid gardener. She literally, all of this she does herself. She casts the concrete, she casts the pool, she's done all of the planting. So it really creates a very kind of relaxing sort of ecosystem.
The luxury of having a property,
on the edge of the forest reserve.
Yeah. You get this sort of a garden that you could toy with.
Honestly, is difficult to imagine leaving this place. I think we've decided that, you know, we're going to retire here.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to go elsewhere. As I say, we often talk about, oh, let's go for a weekend break. And we think, well, where are we going to go that has everything that we've got here?
While the home feels effortless, its comfort is no accident. Every space is carefully planned for natural ventilation, from the high ceilings to the cross ventilation. By working around the sun path and surrounding greenery, the house stays cool and comfortable with minimal reliance on mechanical systems. It's a quiet kind of sustainability that simply feels right for the way we live in the tropics. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to learn more about interior design and architecture-related content, please click on the subscribe button to stay tuned for more compelling design episodes. My name is Alex Lee, and I am from Design Seed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week.